All right, in today's video, we're going to go over 5 keyboard shortcuts that can help you navigate your code faster. So to start off, we're going to go over delete line. So instead of holding backspace and slowly deleting a line like this, what you can do is use a shortcut for delete line, which I map to Command D. So I can use just my left hand, hit Command D, that deletes a line. And then you can also use this to delete multiple lines at a time. So if I highlight these 4 lines, hit Command D, they're all gone. By default, in VS Code, the shortcut is Command-Shift-K. But that involves using both hands, so that's why I've mapped it to Command D. Next is move line. So instead of highlighting a line, copy, delete, move up, and paste, what you can do instead is hold Option and then use your up and down arrows to quickly switch lines. And again, this works with multiple lines at a time. So if I highlight both of these lines and then use my Option up, I can move them both together. All right, so next up we have go to line. This one I find is really helpful when you're debugging and you're given a specific line number to go to. So what I can do is hit Command L and then type 50, and that previews line 50 for me, and then I can hit Enter to go there. By default, the shortcut in VS Code is Control G, but I mapped it to Command L because L to me is line, and it's easier to remember. Okay, so next is go back, go forward. I really like this one because it moves your cursor back to where it previously was, kind of like an undo and redo state. So I can hit Command left bracket to go back to where my cursor previously was, and then Command right bracket to basically do the redo to go back forward in time, basically. And this works across files, so if you have 5 files open, it'll track your progress throughout all the files. Okay, so our 4th tip today is start end of word. So instead of holding left or right arrow to slowly navigate through a line, what you can do is hold Option and right arrow, and that'll skip basically a word at a time. And then you can use left arrow to skip backwards. One thing to consider here is that hyphens and underscores are treated differently. So if I go back into a hyphen, it'll end at the end of the hyphen. And with an underscore, it'll consider the underscore part of the word. So I'll go all the way back to the beginning of H here. Okay, I got a couple extra bonus shortcuts here for you. So just like the start end of word, we can actually do start end of line. So if we hold Command instead of Option and then use our left and right arrows, we can go to the beginning and the end of the line. And then further, with both the start and end of word and start and end of line, if we hold Shift while doing these commands, we'll actually highlight our selection. So if I want to highlight an entire line, I can do Command Shift and left and right arrow, and this works going both forwards and backwards. And then if I want to highlight just a couple of words, I can do Shift Option, left and right arrow, and again, this works both forwards and backwards. So let's summarize what we've learned today. We have the delete line command, move lines up and down, go to line, go backwards and forwards with your cursor, the start and end of word, and start and end of line, and the modifier for those, which is hold Shift to highlight as you go. I also have a text version of this video on my blog, owenconti.com. I'll link to it in the description below. If you like this video, please leave a like, please subscribe to the channel, and follow me on Twitter @OwenConti.